fine. Firstly, I would like to welcome you all for EVS class. Myself, Arpita, I am your EVS teacher. Children, tell me, how was your holidays? Did you all enjoy it? Yes. But from today onwards, you have to listen to the classes and you have to follow all the activities given by teachers. Okay, children? Okay, fine. Children, let us start our today's class. Before that, please all of you open your EVS textbook. Children, our today's new topic is means of transport. I repeat, chapter number 6, page number 182, means of transport. Then children, what do you mean by means of transport? Yes, to know about that, we shall watch a small video about means of transport. Children, then what are we waiting for? Let us watch a video.
Means of transport. The means of transport are of three types: land transport, water transport, air transport. Land transport. On land, we can travel on roads or on rails. On the road, we can use many means of transport. Some move fast and some slow. Camel cart, motorcycle, tonga, bicycle, car, scooter, truck, bullock cart, train. Do you enjoy traveling by train? We can travel long distances comfortably by a train. A train runs on electricity or with diesel. Water transport. These are the means of transport used in water: boat, ship. Air transport. Air transport has made it possible for us to fly in the air like birds. This is the fastest means of transport. We can reach far off places in a short time. Helicopter. Aeroplane. The aeroplane was invented by two brothers named Wilbur and Orville Wright.
Children, in this chapter we are mainly talking about two concepts, that is transport and different means of transport. Then, what do you mean by transport? A transport is movement of a people or a goods or animals from one place to another. Which means a transport is nothing but going from one place to another. Now children, I have a question for you. If I want to go from one place to another, how will I go? Yes, I can go by walk or I can go by run. If I want to go far places, what will I do? Do you think I can go by walk? No, it's impossible. So, I can use bus or a car or a motorcycle. Listen to it. Yes, children, we cannot go everywhere on foot. So, in such cases, we will use some conveyance as a vehicles. So, the vehicles which we use for transportations are called as different means of transport. Children, I have another example for you. See, this is Rohan. He is a boy. This is Miss Anita. She is Rohan's mother. He is Mr. Ram. He is Rohan's father. Now, Rohan goes to school every day like all of you go. Then, Miss Anita, she is a doctor, so she goes to hospital every day. Then Mr. Ram, he daily goes to a office. Then children, to go to his school, Rohan uses bus. To go to her hospital, Miss Anita uses cab. To go to his office, Mr. Ram uses his car. So, children, the vehicles that are using by Rohan, Miss Anita, Mr. Ram to reach their respective places. Listen it. So, these vehicles are called as means of transport. Children, I hope you all have understood about means of transport. Then, we shall move to the next concept. That is, the means of transport are mainly of three types. What are they? They are land transport, air transport, water transport. Children, I repeat, the means of transport are of three types. They are land transport, air transport and water transport. Then children, let us try to learn it one by one. Children, the first type is land transport. Land transport means it is a means of transport that move on land is called as land transport. Yes children, here we can travel on road or a rail. Also we have to know that a land transport is the most popular transport. Why? Because it is more convenient and it is not much costly. Then children, can you give me some example for land transport? Yes, very good. We shall see some of the examples for land transport.
The first example for land transport is car. Children, now tell me, how many of you like to travel in car? Yes, most of us like to travel in car because a car is one of the most popular means of transportation and it will be having 4 wheels. Children, the car is driven by an engine. Then the next example is bus. People uses bus to travel from one city to another city. Also, a bus carries many people together and it is also driven by an engine. The next example is motorcycle. A motorcycle can carry 2 people and it is also driven by an engine. The next example is train. The train which carries people are called as passenger train. The train which carries goods are called as goods train. The engine of the train runs on diesel, coals or electricity. The next example is bicycle. Bicycle is very good to travel short distances and people ride bicycles. Also children, bicycles does not have any engine. It can also be used for exercise. The next example is truck. Truck carries heavy loads from one place to another. Then, the next example for land transport is cart, where we can see bullock cart, camel cart and tongas. Children, here we have to observe that carts are pulled by animals like camel, bull and horse. Similarly, the bicycle and cycle rickshaws are driven by a man. Then the rest of the vehicles such as motorcycle, scooter, jeeps, cars, trucks, buses, trains are used petrol or diesel as a fuel.
Children, the second type is air transport. It means it is a means of transport that move in air is called as air transport. As children, air transport made us to fly in air as birds. So, we shall see some of the examples on air transport.
Children, the first example of air transport is an aeroplane. An aeroplane can fly very high and it is known as most popular air transport. Do you know who invented an aeroplane? As the aeroplane was invented by two brothers named Wilbur and Orville Wright. Children, an aeroplane also carry passengers and the person who flies an aeroplane is called as pilot. Also, an aeroplane take off and lands at airport. Next example is helicopter. A helicopter can fly but not as high as an aeroplane. It is also carry passengers. The next example is rocket. A rocket is generally used for scientific experiment and to travel in the space. The next example is air balloon. Air balloon is generally used for fun and adventurous.
Children, the next type of transport is water transport. It is a means of transport that move on water is called as water transport. Children, can you give some of the examples on water transport? Yes, it is boat, ship, etc. Then we shall see some of the examples on water transport.
Example for water transport is boat. Boats are generally used by fishermen for fishing. Example is sailboat. It moves using wind and used to travel shorter distance on river and lake. The next example is ship. A ship can travel across seas and oceans. It carries goods and passengers from one country to another. Children, here we have to note that a water transport is used since ancient times. And the water transports are hauled at harbour, and this mode of transport is known as slowest means of transport.
Children, now we shall see what are the points to be remembered. The first one is means of transport. What do you mean by means of transport? S. The vehicles which can use for travel and to carry goods are called as means of transport. The next one is different means of transport. Children, can you tell me why do we need to know about different means of transport? Because we use different vehicles for different places. So, we have to know about different means of transport. Then, what are the types of means of transport? There are three types, that is land transport, water transport and air transport. Now children, tell me, don't you think without means of transport our life will be very difficult? Yes. So, means of transport plays a very important role in our daily life.
Children, let us move to the exercise part. Page number 184. Question time. The first main is fill in the blanks, choose the right word from the box. Children, here you have given a help box and it consisting of three answers, that is an aeroplane, a train and a ship. And here you have given three questions. Please look at the help box and choose the correct answer to the respected questions. The first question is, a dash is the means of land transport. Children, Among the three answers, which is known as land transport? Yes, answer is train. A train is the means of land transport. The second question is, a dash is the means of water transport. A ship is the means of water transport. The third question is, and dash is the means of air transport. An aeroplane is the means of air transport. Children, you have to write this exercise in your EVS notes. Now let us move to the next exercise part. That is, main B, give 2 examples of each of the following. Children, here you have to read the questions and you have to give 2 examples on each questions. The first question is means of air transport. What are the examples of air transport? Yes, an aeroplane and helicopter. The second question is land transport having 2 wheels. What are the land transport having 2 wheels? Yes, the first one is motorcycle and the second example is bicycle. The third question is slow means of transport run by manpower. Children, can you tell me which are the 2 slow means of transport run by manpower? Yes, cycle rickshaws and bicycle. The fourth question is slow means of transport run by animals. That is camel cart and bullock cart. Fifth question, land transport having 4 wheels. Car and bus. Children, this exercise also must be written in your notes. Children, let us move to the next exercise. That is activity time. Which is your favorite means of transport? And draw and color it. Children, here you have given a box where you have to draw a means of transport which is your favorite and color it. Children, this exercise need not be write it in your notes. The next exercise is find the right path for the car to reach the petrol pump. Children, here you have given a crossroads. What you have to do is you have to find out the right path and you have to help the car to reach the petrol pump. Children, take your parents' help and find the correct path. And this exercise also need not to be write it in your notes.
Children, I hope you all have understood today's class. Now what you have to do is, please write all the exercises in your notes, whatever I taught you today. Then, children, let us meet in our next class. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.